it has been a wonderful day here. I don't know what about your side over there. I think that you're doing wonderful well. We know that this our program is called Face to Face. We actually come every week to actually give you this program. You can watch this program all over and our social media. You can actually get everything in, out, in. What you can actually do, you can actually market with us, do business with us. We're actually going to market your product for you and send it to the world for everybody to see. I'm not here alone. I'm here with my wonderful friend
Ojimumaiwa, the Honorable.
Thank you so much. At this time, he actually responded to his honorable, and I think that either APC or PDP, we're looking at you at this particular time as the candidate to pick from the southeast or the southwest. Sorry to say that. We are not here to actually campaign. We are here to talk about Chiwetalu Agu. Now, one of our wonderful actor that actually has actually been in a lot of movies, over 45 movies. He has been there. I'm going to mention just a few of those movies. He was actually Things Fall Apart, Last of Fala, Traditional Marriage 1 and 2, Unkuncha, and Beauty and the Beast 1 and 3. All to mention few. These are wonderful icon. And we know him for a lot of adage and kind of talk. You know, he can actually form a thing. Okay, let's actually talk about that. Now, the issue that's about, we are not trying to advertise this man. What happened to him is what we want to talk about, and if it is right or not. Actually, a few days ago, we heard that the army himself arrested this Chiwetalu Agu for actually put on the iPod or Biafran flag attire regard and going around at Chiwetalu to actually distribute bread. I know that it's not about the bread, it's about the flag it actually was putting on. Now, what are we going to talk about? Let us deliberate on this. Is it right for the army to actually arrest him, or let us start from here? Is it right for Chiwetalu Agu to actually start this that you know that it can actually end?
Well, when I heard the news, it really made me feel cold that in a democratic nation like Nigeria, such a thing should be happening. We all know Chiwetalu Agu to be a legend in movie industry.
You're right.
He has rubbed shoulder with high and mighty in the society, which we all know very well. You understand? Now, putting on a regalia of Biafra and distributing bread for people is only showing a civic duty as a citizen, showing concern to the less privileged. But just the way you said, it's not about the distributing of the bread, but the regalia which he was wearing. And the question now you're asking me, is it right or wrong? The last time I checked, in our constitution, there's never been a place whereby there is a dressing code for any citizen. Do you understand? That one answered the first question, because he put on a cloth that he felt that, okay, I'm comfortable with this.
You're right, yeah.
He's not wearing a military uniform. I didn't wear uniform.
So actually, around that arrest,
yes, it would have been a different thing. Do you understand?
You're right.
Now, the army, as we all know, they have no right, they have no constitutional right to arrest any citizen for any reason.
And not the most painful thing is that a lot of people actually do put on Nigerian flag.
Yeah.
And nothing actually happened. And the reason I think I don't want to back the DSS or the army is in this contest, I just want to talk about this wonderful actor there. Now, the man actually put on that regalia and actually to distribute bread, either to preach iPod or Biafra, is not even the case. Though that actually is putting on that regalia is just, by the way, the thing that actually from this issue is that the army, we know army are there to actually defend or to actually safeguard us.
Yeah.
Right. And we actually have police that actually protect the lives and property. Now, army actually is the first agency to actually come to actually arrest this wonderful man. When the army become a police in this contest,
because even it's not just an arrest, the man was dragged on what?
Just like a criminal.
You understand? On what? For the fact that he's wearing a regalia of Biafra. No, that one is against his constitutional right as a citizen. Because in the first place, the army themselves should have in a normal democratic nation, we should not be saying this already.
You're right.
They should be sued. For what? We all know that, okay, the IPOP, the Biafra, they have been saying, okay, they want to leave Nigeria. There is no constitution that go against what? Separation. Now, we all know that Kanu has been arrested. The case is still there, and that is why we are here today. Now, you arresting Chiwetalu Agu again. You just want to make Southeast to become unrest.
Okay, and now that Chiwetalu Agu actually has been in the custody of the DSS, before we even go to the DSS issue, we know that this our country called Nigeria is unconstitutional, and everybody can just tend to do anything they like. All right. Now what the federal government is trying to actually portray is saying that because the Biafra, they're not actually giving the Biafra the go ahead to actually start their nation. That's why Chiwetalu Agu was actually arrested. Okay, let us look at this. We know what is actually happening in the East right now. That how that actually on Monday seems to be a very forceful, free working day, and a lot of people, a lot of things are actually happening. Let us talk about those things that actually bring words, or what will I say, that trigger this arrest of this wonderful actor. First is insecurity. And the truth of this. Now we heard that actually it's even obvious that they call them unknown gunmen. How they actually go into states, go anywhere to make things worse. The headquarters of the police force was actually burned down, releasing the inmates in there. Let us go down to the insecurity in this context. Are we saying that will it have been the reason why Chiwetalu Agu was arrested because of insecurity, trying to bring to trigger the mind of people over there?
Well, on that aspect, there was no element of violence when Chiwetalu Agu was arrested. Okay,
let us talk about the insecurity before the actually distribution of bread.
Okay, when we look at the insecurity, because they said unknown gunmen, how will unknown gunmen keep on coming to a state, a locality, over and over again, doing a lot of atrocity, and up till now, the police first, the army, they have not been able to capture just a single.
Do you know the problem is that they actually are these people go to checkpoints to actually to kill forcemen, either police or army. In that, if they see you doing any rally, we will even talk about the rally issue right now, actually go around to do this. So that actually the federal government think that if Chiwetalu Agu actually have continued in that venture of distributing bread, whether regardless of Biafra, it will have triggered another mindset about people trying to actually support him. Will that be the case today?
The question now lies for the fact that is it cutting off the head that will cure an headache?
Okay, cutting off the head. Now let us quickly move down to the election. Now we know that in November there will be an election for the PDP and APC in that regard, and these people have come out to say that they don't want election, they want referendum. Referendum is like just a case that we want to actually stay.
Let's sit down, let's talk, let's talk. Okay, we are tired.
And will that happen? Will the election come out?
Well, with the look of things, I'm not sure if there's going to be any peaceful election coming up in Anambra in November.
No, you have actually said it all, because if the federal government could not find answer to what is really happening in the East right now, and they want to go ahead, you know, the most painful thing is that they're actually playing dumb to what is happening. They went ahead to say that they want to have primary. I saw a video how people were dislodged from their primary space. These guys coming with a commercial vehicle with guns, and you know what they do? They don't cover their faces, and they come there, shoot, some people killed, and to actually make the soul of this wonderful man actually in a perfect peace. The Dora husband was actually killed two weeks ago in this same country. The same Dora husband was killed. Now, is federal government doing the right thing to play dumb on these people?
Well, I believe that the same dumb they play in the north concerning Boko Haram, it's the same thing they want to play in the east.
So why aren't they putting more force to the northerners, and they're putting more force to the Biafrans?
Because they believe that the agitation, the people agitating for separation, they are more powerful than the terrorists.
Okay, now they're even talking about terrorists. Everybody seems to be a terrorist right now. If they're not, they would have arrested Chiwetalu Agu on this issue. You know, not only that Chiwetalu Agu was actually in this picture, another woman actually went ahead to actually put on the regard. And he was dragged. And also, okay, let us move down to what I said earlier about DSS. As actually was put in a cell and was released the second day. The same day Chiwetalu Agu was released, DSS actually came out to actually say that they need justice. Who is lying to who? What is justice about this issue? Let me just talk about it before actually closing.
If DSS is asking for justice, what will the innocent citizens that they have been witch hunting ask for?
The question you just asked, I'm not sure that Google will be able to actually answer that. Now, the last thing we know to actually talk about is it possible for the federal government to solve this issue, this unrest in the East? Because compulsory, you must stay in your house on Monday. If not, I think that you are going to be the next year point that you wanted to that the federal government can actually solve this.
Let's take a look down into our family. You understand? As an example. You want to prepare a food for your child, and that child says, "Daddy, mommy, I don't want this food," and you want to force that child to eat the food. He or she will not eat.
Try it
until you talk him or her over. Okay, come, darling, try and eat this food. Mommy promise you that once she comes back from work, she's going to prepare delicacy. And what will happen? These people have demand for referendum. What is difficult? You sitting down with them and ask for their demand. What did you want? And then we give it to them. So why are they scared? Why is federal government scared of referendum with these people?
The problem is that we have a lot of people that lies to us, and you know the most painful thing, the election is actually coming. We actually saw a video that they're actually going about giving money to some
youth, some uncircumcised youth,
and they are receiving the money to prepare themselves for the next coming election. And it's so painful, and that's why we're going to end this program like that. This country called Nigeria cannot and will not just continue like this. And because the Biafrans, so people at the East are actually asking for a referendum, and I think that outside the referendum, Chiwetalu Agu should be released, because I think he has not done something bad. He has tried to express his patriotism about the Biafran nation. So now we just hope that in the next coming days he'll be released. If not, I think that something will actually going to happen to him. If something happened to him, a lot of ugly head will happen. We actually roll down because of the next election. Federal government should actually go to actually talk to these people. What do you really want? And let peace just reign in this country called Nigeria. I'm going to be out of here. My name is Adeji Dyer. I'm here with my wonderful friend.
Oh, Jimumayawa.
I will be saying
bye-bye.